राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यशोदनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जना यमुनतीरावनचारि यमुनतीरावनचारि हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे जय श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुतिरये हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये टुगेदर जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna. My humble pranams to all the assembled devotees. So, we are going to discuss a very few points from Ramayana, which will help us in leading our personal life as well as spiritual life. Ramayana is very vast, like an ocean, with 24,000 shlokas, bigger than Bhagavatam. And the same Ramayana discussed by demigods has got 110,000 shlokas. And if you don't read Ramayana by now, you come back after 4-5 janmas, it will become another 60,000-70,000 shlokas extra. It's increasing. In one sense, the nectar is increasing, but we are not qualified enough to grasp it. The one finer, we are discussing Ramayana from the viewpoint of some of the Sri Vaishnava Acharyas who gave importance to devotional service. We all know Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took 2 points from Sri Vaishnavas. Mahaprabhu gathered two principles from each and every sampradaya. From Sri Vaishnava sampradaya also he took 2 principles. One of that is devotional service. To make it very simple, one day Lord Ramachandra went to cross Sarayu river, and the boatman said, "My lord, I am so happy. I want to take you free. At the same time, I don't want to take you free also. I want to charge you." Ram said, "What kind of devotional service is that? You are charging me?" The boatman asked, "There is no devotee of yours who is doing free devotional service." Ram said, "No, that's not right. Many of my devotees are rendering devotional service without expectation." The boatman said, "No. You tell them that you will not give them liberation. Let me see how many of them are serving you." The boatman said, 50% of them will drop. So that's a trading. So Ram smilingly asked him, "Okay, my dear boatman, what do you want?" The boatman said, "I will take you free across this river Sarayu. You take me free across the material ocean." That's the deal he had with Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra very happily took the boatman happily took Ramachandra Murti across the ocean. Across the river Sarayu. One beautiful thing about Ramayana is many of the modern commentators say it is a myth, but it is not a myth, it's history. Anybody been to Rameshwaram? Few. With your naked eye, without any scientific help, even today you can see the bridge built by monkeys. You can really see that. You all take your telephone, go to the Google map, and just you zoom out the whole thing, you can see the bridge. The bridge built by Vanaras, monkeys. It's called Ram Setu. But the Europeans have named it Adam's Bridge. In the map you will get it to know as Adam's Bridge. They are funny people. If they can't find answers to something, they will credit it to the Adam. That according to them, he was the first man, I think. Hana? Adam, right? Adam and Eve. But it is so beautiful. If you go inside Bhavishya Puran and Brahma Vaivarta Puran, it speaks about Adam and Eve. The name of Adam in that Puran is Adhama. Adhama means lowest of the mankind. Eve was Havyavati. Her Sanskrit name was Havyavati. The man's name was Adhama. Adhama became Adam. Havyavati became Eve. So they are a particular tribe who got completely separated from Aryans and they moved towards west, and it's all connected there. It is there. So when the modern scientists and archaeologists and research scholars, if they can't find solution to particular topic, they call it Adams. If you go to Europe, they have a peak called Adams Peak, means they can't reach there. So that peak of the mountain is called Adams. If they don't know any answer for some particular law or theory, Adam's theory. They credit it to Adam. So they could not find out the age of the bridge built by Vanaras between India and Lanka. So they named it Adam's Bridge. Right? So the Vanaras built this first floating bridge. Now you have so many hanging gardens. The first floating bridge built by the Vanaras. Fortunately or unfortunately, Lord Ramachandra did not have one single human being in his entire army. He had Vanaras, squirrel, and eagles and vultures and bear, all kinds of animals, but zero human being. Ram did not trust us. He did not allow us to be the party of that. Right? So Ramayana means, Ayanam means journey. Journey of Lord Ramachandra. In the first shloka Valmiki started, the first verse, the first shloka of Valmiki Ramayana starts with the curse. Ma Nishadha. It's a curse towards a hunter. But the curse came out of Valmiki so poetically and beautifully, all his miseries and sadness disappeared. Shloka took birth from Shoka. Shoka means sadness. So the beautiful poem which came out of the Shoka became Shloka. We say Bhagavad Gita shlokas, Bhagavatam shlokas. The shlokas came out of Shoka, from misery. In the same way, Mother Sita stayed in Ravana's place, and that beautiful garden is called Ashokavana. Ashoka, Ashokavana, the place of no misery, which means wherever Lord Ram is there and Mother Sita is there, there is no misery at all. Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. The entire Raghu dynasty became so blissful just by the presence of Lord Ram. And in the third shloka of Valmiki Ramayana it says, this story is not about Lord Ram, it is about the journey of Mother Sita. Sitayam Charitam Mahat. This is not Lord Rama's story. This is Mother Sita's story, because Lord Ramachandra lived for 11,000 years. Right? Lord Ramachandra stayed with Mother Sita for 24 to 28 years. That's all. So the whole Ramayana is about that first 28 years. Then Lord Ramachandra ruled for 11,000 years, which gets completed in one chapter. Hardly 40-50 shlokas. You see? So this is not the story about Lord Ram. This is a story about Mother Sita, because they all had a beautiful transcendental competition. Who will sacrifice the most for the pleasure of Lord Ram? Including Lord Ram did sacrifice. Lord Ramachandra did sacrifice. Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrugna, Hanuman, Sugriva, Jambavan, Nala, Neela, Angada, everybody did sacrifice for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. Who won in that? Who won that competition? Mother Sita. Her sacrifice was the topmost. So Ramayana says she was like a sandalwood. Sandalwood you keep, what do you call it? Grinding. You keep doing that again and again and again. The sandalwood just disappears and gives aroma to the whole world. That is a true Vaishnava. He just disappears. Like once His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami said, you take a flower, you crush the flower with your hand. The flower will get destroyed, but your hands will have beautiful aroma. They get killed like, children throw a stone on the mango tree. The mango tree will get hurt. In return, the tree will give mangoes to the kid. A true Vaishnava is like that. He never registers anything personally. In the entire journey of Mother Sita, there was not much incidents where Sita personally enjoyed. She was rendering maximum service to all of them, and that's how things were. Very, very limited moments where Sita enjoyed, and that once happened in Chitrakoot. In Madhya Pradesh border, there's a beautiful village called Chitrakoot. Anybody been there? Yeah, the beautiful place of the journey, Chitrakoot. So there once, Lord Ramachandra and Mother Sita, they were all alone. Even today you go there, you can see the stone on which Lord Ramachandra sat down. The stone is so soft and polished and things like that. Mother Sita and Lord Ramachandra, they're in private and they were discussing something. At the time, Indra's son Jayanta, he came in a form of a crow. He came as a crow. And he was trying to perk Mother Sita. Then Sita tried to shoo him away, but he did not go. Then she complained to Lord Ramachandra. So Lord Ramachandra took a blade of grass, and threw it on Jayanta, and it pricked his one eye. We can say that as a story, but then it is reality. Or even today, all the crows in the universe, they have got vision in only one eye, not with the both eyes. It's scientifically proved. So the crows, they don't see straight like us. They see like with one side. And Garuda Puran says, don't look at someone like that, because slowly you will develop envy towards that person. If you start seeing a person with one eye, gradually you will start developing envy towards him. Then the crow was cursed, and Mother Sita was happily talking to Lord Ram and slowly massaging his feet. Suddenly, she removed her ring and threw it away. Then Ram asked, Janaki, why are you throwing away your ring? She said, nothing. Your feet is so soft and gentle like a lotus flower. What will happen if the stones on the ring prick you? The Ram smiled and said, Janaki, you don't know to speak a lie. Then she was blushing. Actually, she spoke a lie. Ram said, I know the reason. Then Sita understood, he understood the reason. Ram said, you are wondering. Mother Sita was massaging Ram's feet, and suddenly she realized, just a few years back, Ram was walking in Panchavati and he stepped on a stone and one lady came out of the stone. I have got 9 stones in my ring. What if some... So Mother Sita thought in that way and she removed her and threw. So, they all had a very sweet and beautiful relationship. So we have a very short time. We will learn one principle from one person. First we take Lakshman, a man of principle. He had never seen Mother Sita above her ankle. Kambaramayana says a beautiful shloka, Kambaramayana in that Tamil, where in the jungle for 14 years all 3 of them are walking. So the poet writes, Poyyo enum idayalodum ilayanodum mayyo maragadamo manimugilo ennor ivan alagu. I am sure none of you understood that. So it's like a routine. They are walking in the jungle, all the 3 of them, and Lakshmana walks in the front, the younger brother. Sita walks in the middle, and Lord Ramachandra follows her. So Mother Sita will keep on taunting Lakshmana, making fun of him, speaking all sorts of things, mocking at him. He will not even smile. He will not smile. A man of principle, he will simply shake his head and walk. He will not even turn back and reply. He will be walking ahead and he will be replying, right? Because when he was about to leave to the jungle, his mother came running and said, Valmiki writes, she gave a beautiful instruction to Lakshmana. Sumitra said, Ayodhya madavim viddhi. Hey Lakshmana, there is no difference between Ayodhya and jungle. Wherever your brother Ram is there, that is Ayodhya for me. Ramam Dasharatham viddhi. There is no difference between Ram and Dasharatha for you. Ram is like your brother as well as your father. Then she says so many things and finally she says, Mam viddhi Janakatmaja. There is no difference between me and Janaka's daughter. Whenever you see her, you should see her like a mother. See, in ISKCON, we are taught to address everyone as Mataji. Prabhuji, Mataji. That has got a very deep significance. Because Upanishad says, Ramayana says, we are all prisoners of our mind. Yes or no? Manasashtani indriyani prakrtistani karshati. Arjuna, you are all trapped by the 5 senses and mind. Mind has completely arrested us and we act, we function, we behave by the instructions of the mind. We are all helplessly trapped by the mind. Mind will decide unless we have power to overrule the mind. It's very beautifully explained. So this mind has the capacity. Can I quote Bhaktivikas Maharaja's one statement? If I say, maybe devotees will get offended. Should I say? Yes or no? Yes. It is quoted by Bhaktivikas Maharaj, not by me. I take up this thing. Bhaktivikas Maharaj says, every Mataji has the capacity to think and to dream and imagine that my husband should be dead. Every Prabhuji, every man's mind has the capacity to imagine any female in the world to be naked. Anybody agrees with the statement? Anyway, we all know what is right and wrong. Human mind is so dangerous. So dangerous. Lakshmana lived by the principle, he won't even joke with Mother Sita. Mother Sita will be taunting him, joking him, he will be walking like a rock, like a stone. And Lord Ramachandra will say, Janaki, why are you taunting him? Then Mother Sita will say, I have a very special relationship with Lakshmana, you don't interfere. They have a very sweet relationship. During the wedding, that Lord Ramachandra broke that big bow, huge bow, Lord Shiva's bow and all. And the time to exchange the garland, Mother Sita is a bit short than Ram. But on that particular day, Ram is such a wonderful person, he will be willing to bow down to the entire world. But on that day, he did not bend, he stood very straight. And Mother Sita, in an assembly of sages and great kings and Janaka, Vishwamitra is there, wonderful person, Bharadwaja, great sages, and she is struggling with the garland, how to do, you can't throw it on his neck, she couldn't reach him, but Lord is standing very straight. So Lakshmana saw that tiny situation. He ran in between and touched Lord Ramachandra's feet. Lord Ramachandra bowed down to hug him. Mother Sita dropped she dropped the garland. From that day, Sita has a very sweet relationship. But that Sita, one day, by the will of providence, spoke against Lakshman. Ram went in the jungle in search of Maricha, the golden deer, and it's getting time, Ram is not returning, and they could hear the sound of Lord Ram. The deer in disguise changed his voice into Ram's voice and screaming, Sita, Lakshmana, Abhayam, save me, save me. And Sita said, Lakshmana, something had happened to Prabhu. Why don't you just rush inside the jungle, save our Prabhu, do something. Lakshmana stood straight and said, Mother, there is no such thing in all the 14 planetary systems which can check our Prabhu. Be calm. Then Sita composed herself and remained calm. Then again after some time, the same voice she heard, she lost her control. Lakshmana, go, why are you not obeying my words? You just go, save your brother. Lakshmana said, there is no energy created in this world which can stop Ram. Mate, please be calm. Then Sita said, Lakshmana, I understand. I can understand you. I know your devilish thoughts. You want your brother Ram to be killed in the jungle so that you can attain me. When same Mother Sita spoke such a word, it was like a hot iron piercing Lakshmana's heart. Blood was flowing as tears from his eyes. His body trembled. He just walked inside the jungle. Then Ram scolded him. Said, Janaki spoke so. Why are you taking her words seriously? You should have stood there. I ordered you. But Lakshmana said, what will I do? You did a mistake. You didn't obey my words. And Ram says a beautiful theory about mistake, which we all should learn. First time it's a mistake. Second time it's a choice, it's your choice. Third time it will become your habit. Once it becomes your habit, you can never win over it. First time it's a mistake. If we want to correct ourselves, we should correct it on the first time. Second time it was not my mistake, it was my choice. I chose that. And if you repeat the same mistake third time, it's no more a mistake, it is habit. Once that mistake becomes your habit, you can never win over it. That is why Rupa Goswami said, Bhakti should become your habit. Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktir Uttama. Anushilanam means habit. Like every one of you wear wristwatch. Every day you wear, you use it. and one day you forget to wear. Still, you will be lifting your empty hand. Because it has become your habit. You can't get over your habit easily. So bhakti should become, we should practice bhakti in such an intense way that it becomes habit. Automatically 4:30 you wake up. No alarm clock, nothing is required. It just, for some devotees it just becomes habit. We also have a different habit. Get up at 4:30, give a knock on the clock. Shut up, then again go to sleep. Right? That's our habit. So Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktiruttama. Then after some time, Lord Ramachandra asked Janaki, why did we get separated for 3 months? Okay, in Chitrakoot, when the discussion was going on, when Mother Sita threw the ring away, then Mother Sita, the whole conversation went on. Mother Sita said, "You are the most beautiful person I have ever seen in this world." Then Ram said, No, there is one more person beautiful, more beautiful than me. Who's that? Ram said to Mother Sita, there is one more person in this creation who is more beautiful than me. Who's that? Huh? No. Krishna. They mentioned about Krishna there. Then Ram, how can that be possible? I don't believe. Then immediately Ram started carving a form on the stone. So handsome, so beautiful. Mother Sita caught Ram's hand and said, don't carve more. So the carving was incomplete, and that is Kshirchor Gopinath in Balasore. Anybody been to Kshirchor Gopinath temple in Balasore? Yeah, Prabhuji. Many of you. You know that story from Chaitanya Charitamrita, the deity which stole the kheer for Madhavendra Puri? Yeah, that deity was carved by Lord Ram in the jungle. Sita started blushing seeing the beauty of that person. How can there be someone more beautiful than you? And he's going on carving. She stopped, okay, don't carve enough. So if you go to Balashore, the Kshirchor Gopinath deity, it is incomplete. Only 3/4 is out of the stone, and still that balance stone is there. It's a different deity you can see in Kshirchor Gopinath. So, after some time, Lord Ramachandra asked Mother Sita, why did we get separated for 3 months? Because there is nothing called you in you. Everything is about me, Ram. That sloka is so beautiful. In Sita's life, there is nothing called Sita in Sita. Everything is about Lord Ram in Sita. Then even with such an intense and pure devotion, why did you get separated from me? And Mother Sita said, I don't know. That one word you spoke about Lakshmana, that one word separated you from me for 3 months. It's very important. We should not comment on devotees. We should not judge devotees. Because devotees are very, very dear to Lord Krishna. Krishna simply forgives their mistakes, even though sometimes devotees do grievous mistake. One such person was Akrura from Bhagavatam. In Navavida Bhakti, that Archanam. Archanam was performed by Akrura. When Satyabhama was for the marriage, everybody wanted to marry Satyabhama, including Akrura. Everybody wanted to marry her. But you know the story, finally Krishna married her. So many of them were jealous that Krishna married Satyabhama. So they decided to kill Satyabhama's father, Satrajit, Maharaj Satrajit. Everybody made a plot, let us kill her father. Akrura was aware of this plan. Somewhere inside, he also had the tiny jealous. I couldn't marry Satyabhama. Who married? Krishna married. He was a great devotee. wonderful devotee. He also had that little jealous. So he was aware of the plan and he just kept quiet. Then they all went and killed Satyajit. Then Akrura realized, oh my God, what a mistake I have done. How can I be party to this sin being a devotee? Then he ran away from Mathura. Krishna went and brought Akrura back. Then they lived for 112 years on planet. Krishna lived. Not a single day Krishna asked Akrura, Akrura, why did you do so? Every time whenever Akrura sees Krishna, he was feeling, why the Lord is not scolding me, not punishing me? Let me be cleared of that sin. But Lord just smiled and embraced, not spoke a single word the entire life. Because Lord loves his devotees so much. Devotees do umpteen number of mistakes. Lord just leaves it. So, we don't have the right to pass comment on devotees, judge them. It is explained in Mahabharata. Only spiritual master and Yamaraj, they both have got the rights to do that. Yamaraj can find mistakes and spiritual master can find mistake. We don't have that right. One day Krishna was playing dice with Rukmini. Both of them are playing. And suddenly Krishna started glorifying Rukmini. Rukmini, what a powerful decision you have done. You chose me as your husband. And in the assembly of hundreds and thousands of kings and emperors and princes, you just chose me and you came with me. So Rukmini was getting moved. She was feeling so good and tears filled her eyes. And suddenly Krishna asked, how can a Kulavati do like this? You have taken birth in a royal family. How can you reject your parents and run away on your wedding day? Was the whole thing he changed. Now Rukmini was feeling so bad. Why Lord is not stopping? He is going on and on and on. He is not stopping also. Rukmini felt as though she was standing on a knee. And at that time Narada came in. Krishna said, great sage Narada, come. You tell me, was Rukmini right or wrong? Narada was deep, he was fixed. He did not know what to answer. Was Rukmini right or wrong? Then Narada told a beautiful verse. A husband has got all the rights to taunt his wife. Guru has all the right to scold his disciple. And over and above, Yamaraj can scold everyone in this universe, not me. And he walked off. Right? Only spiritual master and Yamaraj, they have the rights. Right? So Lakshmana was a man of principle. And towards the end of Treta Yuga, one day Yamaraj came. Yamaraj came with a plan. He was about to discuss with Lord Ramachandra, requesting Lord Ramachandra, my Lord, please wind up your pastime. Treta Yuga is going to get over and Dwapara will come. This is a beautiful theology. We have 4 yugas, Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. How Kali entered gradually, it's beautifully explained through these, parampara of stories. First was Satya Yuga. All the goodness were with Devas and all that negative things were with demons. They were in 2 planets, Swargaloka and Narakaloka, whatever, Patal Loka, and they were fighting. So in Satya Yuga it was 2 planets. Then Treta Yuga it became 2 countries. Ayodhya and Lanka. First it was 2 planets. Then it became 2 countries. Then in Dwapara Yuga, Pandavas and Kauravas, 2 families. 2 planets, 2 countries. Then it became 2 families. And in Kali Yuga, both of them are inside one person only. Morning and night. Morning we are all devas. Samsara dava with all the tilak. And we ourselves have got all the demoniac thoughts within us. We all have a demon. The beauty of a devotee, ISKCON devotee, is we are not trying to purify ourselves. All our focus and concentration is on hiding that demon from others' vision. We are not trying to purify ourselves. We are all expert in hiding. Yes or no? Yeah. Right? Morning I was giving a small example. We all have a demon. Just an example. We are living in a row of houses, and next door a man got promoted, to be a judge or collector or something, mayor or governor. He got promoted. We got that news. Another day we got another news. The girl from the left side house, she ran away with somebody. We got two newses. One is the neighbor got promoted, then the other one is the girl ran away. Which news will attract our focus, our attention? Which one will attract our attention? The girl ran away. Somehow we have cultured ourselves by enjoying the failure of other devotees. The success stories of other devotees won't impress us so much, but the failure stories, this has happened to that devotee. Like I was telling, one devotee, that devotee passed Bhakti Vaibhav, very good, Hari Bol. He got failed in Bhakti Shastri. Is it? Thank you so much. Somewhere deep within we enjoy devotees' failure. Yes or no? We have a demon within us. Right? So, Yamaraj came and he said, requested Lord Ramachandra, this is time to wind up your Leela, everything. So Lord Ram told Lakshmana, we both are having a very serious discussion. Don't allow anybody inside. If you allow anyone inside, that will be the last day you will see my face. Because that was a serious instruction. So Lakshmana stood at the door. Yamaraj came, they both had a discussion. When the discussion was going on, Durvasa came in, the sage, the toughest person in the whole creation. It is very, very difficult to please Durvasa. Sometimes you will have Durvasa in your family also. Very difficult to please some people. Only Kunti Maharani and Radharani had satisfied Durvasa. Nobody in this creation. You please him, he will curse you. You irritate him, still he will curse you. Anyway, you will get a curse as a return. So that sage Durvasa came and he said, I wanted to meet Lord Ram. Lakshmana allowed him inside. Ram asked him, I told you not to allow anybody inside. Lakshmana said, if I don't allow Durvasa, he will curse entire Ayodhya. If I allow Durvasa inside, my brother is going to get angry with me only. I will get punished, but Ayodhya will be saved. Right? So Lakshmana and his wife, what's Lakshmana's wife's name? They're beautiful. In Jagannath Puri Mahatmya, the dhupa, the incense which we show in front of Jagannath, it says it is Urmila. The incense which we show in front of Jagannath before the lamp, Jagannath Puri Mahatmya says the incense is Urmila. Because after the coronation, after killing Ravana, Lord Ramachandra came back to Ayodhya and the whole country was receiving Lord Ram with lamps. All the houses and streets and everything was decorated. And Lord Ram came and he was thanking each and every one of them by personally calling their names. Like in Bhagavatam it is mentioned, Krishna will call every single cow by their name. He knows the names of all the 9 lakh cows and calves. He will call them by name. So Lord Ramachandra was calling each and every one by their name and glorifying, and it was turn of Lakshman. When the moment Ram said Lakshmana and Urmila, his voice got choked. Tears were coming out of his eyes. He couldn't complete that sentence. Ram said, Lakshmana is dear to me more than my own life. What can I speak about Lakshmana? How much ever I glorify Lakshmana, it is insufficient. He asked, do any one of you know that Lakshmana was not eating food all the 14 years? And everyone was shocked. The 14 years Ram went to jungle. Throughout the entire 14 years, Lakshmana did not even take one morsel of food. Nobody could believe. Even the Vanaras who were with Lakshmana for 3 months, they didn't believe. But no, that can't be possible. Because we saw every day Lakshmana taking his lunch and walking. How? No, we don't believe. Then Ram said, yes, initially I also did not believe. But then I realized, every day in front of others, when everyone is taking food, Lakshmana also will take his food. But what he will do, he will drop it in the trunk of trees. All the 14 years, he did not take, he was fasting. And that tapasya was unannounced. When we do a little tapasya, we inform the whole world. This Kartik month, I am doing this. Make sure that everybody knows. Sacrifice means nobody should know. That is real sacrifice. In Mahabharata, one day Arjuna is coming, beating on his head and chest and telling Yudhishthira, mother is not there in the palace. Kunti is disappeared. She is not there. Then Yudhishthira asks, what about Gandhari? Gandhari is also not seen. Okay. What about Dhritarashtra? He is also not seen. What about Uncle Vidura? He is also not seen. Then don't worry, they all have gone towards north. They are going towards liberation. When you do sacrifice, we do it unannounced. They don't inform. They are all going. In the same way, the moment Yudhishthira came to know that Krishna had left the planet, immediately he coronated Parikshit to be the next emperor, and he started walking towards the north. Unannounced. Nobody announces. So 14 years Lakshmana did not take a handful of rice. Every day he was dropping it. Then still people were little skeptical. How could that be possible? We saw him with food. We saw him like that. So just to prove, Lord Ramachandra immediately summoned the Deva of the jungle, Vanadevata, the god of jungle. Said, oh great God, do you vouch Lakshmana that he has not taken food for 14 years? And the god said, yes. The entire 14 years, Lakshmana did not touch his food except 6 days. The Vanara said, then 6 days he ate. He must have eaten 6 days. Then Lakshmana smiled with his head bowed down. No, my dear Lord, those 6 days you did not supply food to us. Then Ram was shocked. How come? One was the day our father passed away, and that was the morning day. What's the time? Time? Oh, 6 more minutes. That's it. Hare Krishna. So in this way, Lakshmana listed those 6 situations where food was not supplied on that day. Then all the entire assembly was in tears. What a great sacrifice Lakshmana had done. Then Ram got up from his simhasan and told Lakshmana and Urmila, Till yesterday you were my brother and sister. Today you both became my father and mother because of your sacrifice. What you need in return? What blessings you want? Lakshmana, as usual, bowed his head and did not say anything. Then Ram asked Urmila, why don't you speak? Lakshmana, for the entire life he has not asked anything from me. So why don't you speak? Then Urmila said, my lord, I always want to serve you invisible. Nobody should notice me. Nobody should recognize me. Nobody should know that I have done such and such service. I should render service only for your service or for your pleasure. So please make me dhupa in your arati. So Urmila became dhupa in incense in Lord's arati. She just disappears. She just spreads a beautiful aroma and she just disappears. And this Leela is mentioned in Jagannath Puri Mahatmya, the glories of Jagannath Puri. Each and every character in Ramayana, so amazing. We can learn so many principles from these characters. Anyway, time's up. I'll tell one small thing and wind it up from Vibhishana. So Vibhishana, we all know, joined Rama's side. And he joining Rama's party, aligned with Rama's party, was very helpful for Rama. Because whenever a demon comes, Vibhishana will say, my lord, kill him before sunset. Once the sun sets, he is very powerful. It's beautifully explained in Ramayana. People who are wide awake and alert after sunset are followers of Rakshasas. Who are wide awake and alert in the early Brahma Muhurta are Devas. So in which list we do fall? Because in modern days, many of them are very, very wide, alert and awake in the dead of the night. So kill him like this. And this guy can spit fire. This guy can spit poison. You kill him with this weapon, that weapon. So Vibhishan was giving so much of help, ideas, and Lakshmana was fighting with, and that was very helpful. All of a sudden, a demon looking like a mountain walked inside that arena. So massive. His shoulders were touching the clouds. And Lakshmana asked Vibhishana, who is this guy? We have never heard about him. Then Vibhishana said, my lord, you have to kill him. He is like a huge mountain in front of Ravana. If you don't kill him, you can't reach Ravana. You have to kill him at any cost. But Vibhishana, we have not heard about him. And look at him. What is his murmuring? He's blah, 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 blah. He's murmuring something. Then Vibhishana said, he's chanting Ram's name. What? He's chanting Ram's name. Then how can I kill him? You can't do that, my lord. You have to kill him. If you show him mercy, he will become a barricade in front of Ravana and you can't reach Ravana. Just don't see all that. Kill him. But Vibhishana, how do I kill him? Okay, I'll give you a plan. He will be continuously chanting Ram, 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 Ram. And in between, he will take a break to breathe. In that break, you shoot an arrow. So Lakshmana was feeling so bad, tears filled his eyes. But he was aiming and the demon was Ram, 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 Ram. And he took a break to breathe. And Vibhishana said, shoot. And Lakshmana sent the arrow. Pierced the demon's heart and he fell down screaming Ram. Then Ram turned back and asked Vibhishana, who's that? Vibhishana had full tears and he said, he was my son. Then Ram said, why such a big sacrifice? Lord, I am so happy. He died by your hands and I am sure he is going back to Godhead. I am such a sinner still living in this planet. So Ram hugged Vibhishana, bathed him with his own tears and said, you are more than my brother. So in this way, if you take all the characters from Ramayana, they teach amazing lessons. Each one was doing sacrifice according to their capacity for the pleasure of the Supreme Lord. And there is always a competition. The devotees wanted to serve the Supreme Lord, and the Lord serves the devotees like every day morning. We just go and offer some bhoga to the Lord. Now it is Lord's responsibility to protect me the whole day. I offer a meal. Now it is His responsibility to protect me whole year. Who is actually serving whom? You know? Actually, Lord is serving the devotees. He is serving the devotees more. So, but devotees are glorified. So, in that sacrifice, in the journey, Mother Sita. So, the entire lesson shows us gradually, over the period of years. It is called the theory of coconut. You have coconut in Malaysia? Yeah. The tender one and the regular coconut and the dried coconut. You have seen dried coconut? It is inside the shell, but it is not stuck to the shell. It gets separated, right? You all know that. Coconut, when it's dried, it gets separated. The tender. We practice bhakti. But how much ever you try to scrap the pulp, still something is attached to the shell. Then the middle portion, coconut. You can use little strength, it may come out. But when it becomes dried, it's inside the shell, not attached to the shell. As we progress in bhakti, the Atma should be inside the body, but not attached to the body. So that when the shell breaks, Ante Narayana Smriti, Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanam, the soul peacefully lives back. So now, are we like tender coconut, or dried coconut? In which stage are we? Dried coconut? Which stage? Tender coconut? Tender? Or something even below that? Right? Attachment. Attachments are like banyan tree roots. You know, the more we are attached, the more it will be painful when the soul leaves the body, and definitely it's going to take a rebirth. The less we are attached, the roots are very less, so the soul can be easily uprooted from the body and there is no rebirth. So, Prahlad said, by 50, go to jungle. Anyway, there is no jungle today. But by 50, slowly we practice bhakti, slowly as age progress, we are saying, no, enough, I have seen, enough of this, enough of that, thank you. Slowly we get separated and become like a dried coconut. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna, and we have a big round of Hare Bol for His Grace Jagat Sakshi Prb. Hare Bol and Hare Bol. So very quick announcement. So now is the rest time. We won't take rest too long. At 4:30 there will be outdoor activities. So please do gather beside the Prasadam hall. There's a space there, right? So please gather there at 4:30 p.m. for outdoor activity. So what kind of activity? Surprise. I also don't know. But it'll be nice outdoor activity session. So please do freshen up or get some quick nap. I think so. So at 4:30 beside the Prasadam hall. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Q&A அடுத்ததா வரோம்னு நினைக்கிறேன். Q&A